Okay, so imagine this scenario. You are trying to set up a killer entertainment space, right?
Yeah.
You have the high-end gear. Maybe it is a sports bar setup or just a really ambitious smart home. You have 8 different video sources, like Apple TVs, cable boxes, and then 8 different screens scattered around.
A classic nightmare.
Right, exactly. But getting the right picture to the right screen instantly without the whole system crashing, that is usually where the dream just completely dies.
Oh, it is the ultimate logistical bottleneck. I mean, you have the content, you have the glass, but the plumbing in between is usually the point of failure.
So that is our mission for this deep dive. We are looking at the device that claims to fix the plumbing. The Zenty ZT-492 4K 60Hz 8x8 HDMI Matrix.
Yeah.
Now, 8x8 sounds like a lumber size, but in this context, it is the traffic capacity.
Right. It just means you can route 8 specific HDMI inputs to 8 specific displays.
Independent.
Exactly. Independently or simultaneously. You could have the big game on every single screen or 8 different movies playing in 8 different rooms. But honestly, the routing is the easy part. The real story here is bandwidth.
Because in 2026, 4K isn't just about pixel count anymore.
Right. A lot of cheap splitters will claim 4K, but they choke on the data rate. This unit supports 18 Gbps bandwidth.
Which is huge.
It is. That matters because it allows for YUV 4.4.4 color sampling at 60 Hz.
I see that spec a lot. Let us break that down for everyone listening. What does 4.4.4 actually mean for you sitting on the couch?
Think of it like a JPEG image. To save space, devices usually compress the color data. That is called 4.2.0.
Okay.
It looks fine for movies, but text looks fuzzy and reds look washed out. 4.4.4 means zero compression. You are getting every single bit of color data the source is sending.
So if I am connecting a high-end PC or a PS5, I am actually seeing what the GPU is rendering, not a compressed version.
Precisely. And it supports the major HDR standards, Dolby Vision, HDR10, plus Dolby HLG, so the dynamic range is preserved and the colors are accurate to the source.
Okay, but here is where I usually see these systems fail, and it is a massive headache. The mixed environment problem.
Oh, yeah?
Say I have a brand new 4K OLED in the theater, but I also have an old 1080p TV out on the patio. Usually the system sees that old TV and throttles everything down to 1080p right.
That is the lowest common denominator issue.
Yeah.
Incredibly frustrating. The source device says, oh, someone on the network can only handle 1080p. I mean, everyone gets 1080p.
Which completely defeats the purpose of buying the OLED.
Completely. But this is the ZT-492 killer app. It features independent downscaling on every output.
Every output.
Every single one. You can send full 4K Dolby Vision to your theater while simultaneously downscaling that exact same signal to 1080p for the patio.
That is huge. It uncouples the displays so the cheap screens do not punish the expensive ones.
Exactly. Now we have to talk about audio because that is the other cabling nightmare, especially with smart TVs.
Right.
If I am watching the built-in Netflix app on my TV, the video is already there.
Yeah.
But how do I get the sound back to my rack-mounted amplifier in the closet?
Usually you would have to run a separate optical cable or something, which is just messy.
Right. But this supports ARC, Audio Return Channel. The HDMI cable that sends video to the TV can also carry the audio back from the TV to the matrix.
And looking at the specs, it looks like it can peel that audio off too.
Yes, it has audio de-embedding, coaxial and analog outputs. So you can extract that digital audio from the HDMI stream and feed it directly into a legacy amplifier or a whole home audio system.
That bridges a pretty big gap between modern streaming and older analog gear. Now, for the control freaks out there, how do we actually drive this thing? If it is hidden in a rack, I assume we aren't using buttons on the front.
You can, but you probably won't. It comes with an IR remote, but for pro setups, it has RS-232 and LAN control.
Nice.
Plus a Web GUI, so you can log in via browser to switch inputs or integrate it with automation systems.
It definitely seems geared towards professional installers, or at least the very serious DIY crowd.
The vendor HDTV supply backs that up too. They have a 25-year history and offer a 5-year Zenty warranty and lifetime tech support.
Which implies they expect these to be installed and stay running for a long time.
Exactly.
So what does this all mean? It sounds like the Zenty ZT-492 is really about making the technology invisible, turning a mess of sources into a clean menu of options.
That is the goal.
Yeah.
Technology like this works best when you do not even know it is there.
It really highlights that in a smart home, the intelligence isn't just in the shiny screens, it is in the routing.
Always.
So here is a question to leave you with. In your current setup, are you actually watching 4K, or is one forgotten 1080p monitor in the guest room silently throttling your whole system down to HD? Might be time to check your signal path. Thanks for joining us on this Deep Dive.